Hi guys, and welcome to week 5 postpartum. He is officially 1 month old. I cannot believe how fast the time has flown, considering how slow those last stages of pregnancy go. He already seems so much bigger already. He's already gone up, I don't know if I mentioned last week, but he's gone up 1 dress size, so he's not a newborn anymore. He's in 0 to 3 months, and he's gone up to the second size in diapers, which in New Zealand is called infant, so it's 4 to 7 kilos. I had my last midwife appointment yesterday. So that is it for seeing the midwife now. I get handed over to Plunkett. We didn't weigh him because he was fast asleep, and we can clearly see that he's put on weight. And going by how much he's been putting on in the last few weeks, he was 4.44 kilos last week. And he seems to be putting on about 400 grams a week, so he should be just about, if he's still gained the same amount of weight around about, he should be close to 5 kilos, if not 5 kilos already. And he loves to sit up. He's been a lot more wakeful, spending sometimes up to 2 hours awake before he'll go down for his next nap, and he's starting to pay attention more to his surroundings. I've noticed that, especially with me, because he spends the most time with me, obviously, if he sees me right in front of him and I go to walk away, he'll follow me for a bit before he drifts off and starts, looking at other things. What else? He's still hiccuping a lot. He hiccuped a lot while I was pregnant with him, and I've noticed he's kept that up as well. He started cooing a lot this week as well. I noticed the last couple of days he has found a little bit of a voice, haven't ya? Yeah. I have noticed as well this morning he's had a bit of a gunky eye in his right eye, and I think that's because even though we've been having such hot, muggy, horrible days, but the last 2 nights have chilled off a lot, and today is feeling a lot cooler. It's not feeling as muggy today, so we're all in long sleeve gear, because in comparison to the weather we've had the last week, it actually feels quite cold. So I think maybe it's just been the change of weather that's done it, possibly. Hello? You're looking at me. He's still a really good sleeper. He's sleeping, he's a lot more difficult to get to sleep, but once he's asleep, he is asleep for a good, 3 to 4 hours during the day, and he's pretty much sleeping through the night now. Also, another thing I've noticed is his poos have become a lot more irregular. So he's still having those runny, bright yellow poos, but it's not a daily thing anymore. Like when he was real newborn, he was, I was getting maybe 5 pooey diapers a day, and then it started going to 1 a day, and now it's like once every 3 days. And so I really worry, like he's not constipated, they're still runny, but he's starting to store them, so it's quite scary, because you think, oh my gosh, any day now we're going to have this huge poo explosion, and sure enough it does every time. It's like outside his nappy, up his back, through his clothes, and whatever he's lying on as well. It was so big last night that he didn't even finish. He did like an explosion last night. I had to change everything, bath him. Then again he woke up early this morning, having pooed through his clothes again, and then just before I did this video he did it for a 3rd time, so he had really stored a lot this time round. So I'd be quite happy if he started being a bit more regular with dirty diapers. It's not fun cleaning that up. No, not when it goes all over you. But as you can see, he's doing really well. He's looking so much bigger. His neck and his back is getting so strong. He's starting to, look around, and as you can see, he's quite content being upright. Aren't you? I think that's all for his updates this week. He seems to have developed a lot, I feel like, in the last week, and every time I look at him I feel like he's not this itty bitty newborn anymore, even though you guys probably think I'm crazy, because he does look really tiny, and whenever I'm walking down like through the mall, people comment, "Oh, is he brand new?" and I'm thinking, he's a month old now. I've got a friend who's due to have her baby in the next week, and I'm sure he's going to look huge in comparison. But yeah, so that is all for him this week, and for me, there's not a huge amount to update on. I've had, I suppose you could say, a little bit of the baby blues this week, and nothing in particular has caused it. I just feel really emotional. Everything makes me cry, so I can't wait for that to pass. The mastitis is completely cleared up, thank God, because that was horrible. I also haven't had any weight loss, so I'm still not going to bother showing you my belly. So I went up to 75 kilos while I was pregnant with him, and straight after the birth I dropped down to 75 kilos, and I have stuck at that for the last 5 weeks pretty much, so I'm still 70 kilos. I haven't been doing anything to try and lose the weight at all. Like, I haven't really changed my diet, and I'm definitely not exercising, but I do kind of feel like it's time to start doing something about it. I think that, I suppose I kind of lied when I say that nothing has really contributed to the baby blues. I suppose I am feeling a little bit down about my appearance. I do feel quite big. This is the biggest I have ever been before. This is my heaviest weight. I would ideally like to try and lose at least 10 kilos, but it's getting the motivation to do it. I have no motivation. Changing your diet is hard when you've been eating a certain way for such a long time, like a space of 9 months while you're pregnant. It's really hard to break out of that habit. I suppose you get those sugar cravings and they don't go away. It's quite hard to break that. So it's getting started that's going to be the hard thing, but I will do it. I need the motivation. But yeah, I haven't really got anything else to update on. We're both doing really well. Obviously the breastfeeding is going really well. He's gaining a really good amount of weight, but then I think that's all down to I've had the experience with breastfeeding with my daughter. So yeah, that is all. We will see you next week. Bye!